Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 28. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters.
Hello.
Hi, we're here to talk about Catfish, the TV show, season 1, episode 10, Rico and Jamari.
I forgot about this episode.
Okay, so did I. And the funny thing is, you texted me, you were like, oh, this is such a boring episode. And then we dug a little bit deeper, did some research, and it is not.
Wrong. I was wrong.
You were extremely incorrect about that.
Also, I was looking at the coming attractions for next week. I don't remember that episode either.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, Noelle.
I like it.
We can't remember every episode.
You'd be surprised, Tracey.
I know, but I just don't.
Yeah, but why is it like certain ones stick out? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Why did I remember certain ones that were just boring ones too?
I don't know. Probably because we discussed them at the time.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
If you guys want more of us, go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for so many bonus episodes. We have a bonus podcast called BS where we just BS. They're amazing episodes. Go over there. There's 3 levels to our Patreon. And if you're at the highest level, you get all of our podcasts up to 1 week early. That's Teen Mom Trash Talk, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, and your favorite Catfish Trash Talk.
It's the best.
It's the best. And also, if you want to discuss Catfish, the TV show, or the podcast Catfish Trash Talk, go over to our group Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook, where we're ready for you.
I'm ready at all times for you.
I'm ready. And you know who else is ready?
Me?
Max, because he's wearing a pin of Neve as a child.
But why does he have this?
Probably from his birthday party or something.
Imagine, could you imagine the amount that people would make fun of me? And Neve's from New York. Could you imagine giving out a birthday pin with your face? I feel like you would.
Right, but I don't think that would be something he would do. I feel like that would be something like that I would do at your birthday party for your face.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
We meet Rico. He's from Connecticut, and he's been talking to Jamari for 3 years. Rico was in the Army, and Jamari is a successful international model.
They don't say how old Rico is in the episode, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so because they say Jamari eventually says how old he is, but yeah, nothing.
No. So Rico's mom moved to the UK. She's very sick, and we'll find out more about that. So they Skype Rico, and he said that Jamari just sent him a friend request, and he said that they have common interests.
What are the common interests?
Well, he's a model, and I always wanted to get into modeling.
Okay. Well, also though, Rico is so attractive.
He's very good looking. But
yeah,
this is comparable to me meeting men and going, everyone always told me I should be a comedian.
Right. Sure.
And I've taken note from you, Noelle. I will say this. I used to get really annoyed and try to have actual conversations with these people.
Yeah.
And now I say, I think you should do it.
That's the thing. Like, go ahead. I
want you to.
Go ahead. I want you to. I want to be there. Yeah, that's all. Just don't take him seriously.
I don't. That's what happened. But he's a model, and I always wanted to get into modeling.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I always I just always admired the people that make cheese, because we have a lot of
mongering.
The cheesemongers. They make cheese. I like cheese.
Tracey, you send me TikToks and the people cutting the cheese and explaining it.
Yes, that's
when they cut it with the wire.
The wire.
It gets me. I get chills every time I watch it.
No, well, you know what's really funny about me and Alec Baldwin?
What?
We actually have a lot in common.
Like what?
I like watching him on television, and he likes being on television.
Okay. So you guys are soulmates, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
I've always been interested in watching television.
Me too.
That's so weird because I've actually had a very good connection with every single person that's ever been in a movie or TV show.
A lot of connections. I don't know about movies. You don't like movies as much as you like TV shows.
I still connect with them.
Yeah, well, that's true. You do connect.
We connect when we're together. It's so perfect.
I don't know this song.
You want me with your white hot love. I like to overload.
I feel like this is very 80s.
Stacey Q, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably Stacey Q, because I know she's like your favorite.
She is my favorite. All right, so I'll never get over that quote. So he said that he's really nice to him. He calls him Poppy or Chulo or Babes. I mean, what a dream.
Right. Oh, he calls me Papi Chulo. He's my soulmate. Right.
So they don't video chat, but it's also because of Rico, because like he didn't really want to.
Okay, sure.
All right. So he's basically deciding between his sick, dying mother or a stranger from the internet.
Okay, but I feel like that's not true. I don't think that's the decision he's making. He doesn't seem like I'm not making fun. He doesn't seem like he's in the best place financially. And I don't think he has a decision. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he can go see his mom.
No, he's going to move there.
Yeah, but he can't because he's living with his friend because he can't afford to go to the UK to see his mom. So I don't think he's making a decision.
I don't think he can afford to live here either.
I don't think he'd afford to live here either. Right. I don't think he has any decision to make is what I'm saying. I think he just is where he is.
All right. Well, they take the ferry. This is Neve and Max take the ferry basically. I think it's from Port Jeff to Connecticut.
They're so happy.
They're in Long Island.
Yeah.
You know, you guys they said it's the only way to get there.
To Connecticut?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that part of Connecticut.
I'm going to tell you a secret.
What?
I've been to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Never went on a ferry. Drove a car.
I mean, my car broke down and got towed home from Connecticut.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Not on a ferry.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
there are other ways to get to Connecticut.
I think it's the only way that they knew how.
Or maybe they just wanted some content.
All right. So we find Master the Snake.
I know, very interesting. I like that Neve's like, can I hold him? And he's like, I don't touch him. Rico's like, I don't touch him.
He's
very
like, yeah,
funny.
let's not try this out.
That's very funny.
This is at his roommate's place. So his mother has a traumatic brain injury from a car accident.
That's upsetting.
From years ago.
I know, it's weird, but it's upsetting.
Okay. So now he said that he loves Jamari. Jamari grew up in Miami and he drives a Benz S-Class. And he goes, what kind of modeling does he do?
Right.
He goes, regular print.
Print.
And he goes, oh, have you ever seen his ads? He's like, I haven't seen his ads.
So that's what print modeling is. It's for ads.
So there's different kinds of media.
Okay.
There's broadcast media, which is the television. There is print, which is a magazine.
Okay.
A newspaper, whatever's in print. Now there's podcast.
Interesting. I watch
radio.
I watch the show Vanderpump Rules, and everybody on it is basically a model. And a lot of them say I do print work. And I'm always like, what exactly is print work?
Right. That's what it is.
Okay.
Print work means that you're in,
because they are in a lot of magazines.
Sure. There's other kind of modeling. There's fit modeling where you're getting tried on for size behind the scenes. There's runway modeling, which is live shows.
Right.
There's all different kinds of modeling. So he's
Good
doing
to know.
print modeling.
Thank you.
But he's never seen his ads.
No, he's never seen one ad from him. Right.
So they call him on speakerphone and they say that they miss each other. And
Jamari's going on and on and on and on and on though. Why do you love me?
So annoying.
What?
He asks him if he's working with the police. Now, this is giving me a lot of indications that Jamari was the one that called Catfish.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he clearly knows what's going on.
He knows something's happening. Right.
That's why he won't stop talking.
Good. Okay.
All right. So they Google his name. Nothing comes up. But his friend LaToya comments on his page.
But also a print model. Nothing comes up.
Nothing comes up. So they make a video together, him and LaToya.
Right.
And there's a video of him from a month ago. He went to New York City. But he's never been there before.
Right. But he's an international model.
Sure. Okay.
And he's very excited to be in New York City. Listen, the video is adorable.
Yeah.
But
you're not a model.
An international model. You kept talking about how great American Airlines is. You're not an international model.
Let me tell you a secret. I'm a celebrity, obviously. I don't even fly commercial.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What? Yeah.
People are like, oh, I flew first class. And I'm like, oh, what, commercial? You poor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I fly private.
Yeah. And I use poor as a noun, guys. So they sit down with Rico. They tell them what he found. And then they call Jamari. And Jamari is like, is this a prank? And this is why I'm like, this is set up.
He is not a good actor. I have definitely noticed this.
Right. He's like, I've been so busy. I can't just halt my life. He's using bus terms.
Right. I can't just halt my life. I can't just.
He goes, I can't just stop everything.
Oh, man.
I can't just slam the brakes on my career.
That's very funny, Tracey.
So, and then he's like, you know what, though? Sure.
Right. Suddenly he's like, I have tears in my eyes.
Yes.
What you're saying really makes sense. Sure, I'll meet him. Okay.
Also, Neve has on a wrist brace.
Right. But he doesn't explain it.
I know. And I'm just thinking maybe he has what I had. And it's hard to talk about.
Bursitis? No, I don't know.
Texting
them. Was texting a thing back then? Was it?
I don't think it was as much. Maybe he just had it like a regular carpal tunnel and not just a specific texting thumb.
Maybe. Yes, you did have texting thumb.
It was hard.
Yeah, it was a bad time in your life, Tracey.
It was really hard, but I recovered. And now I treat my fingers very nicely.
Yes, you do.
I use Olive & June nail polish and it lasts 7 or more days and does not chip.
But that's a true statement. It really does.
Noelle and I both use Olive & June, and with their manicure system, you can achieve beautiful salon perfect nails at an affordable price. So this manicure system, this is the secret behind having the salon perfect nails at home. This is an all-in-one, no guessing, no messy nails, no salon price tag. I used to pay like $35 for a gel manicure.
It's so expensive.
If you buy this manicure kit, it breaks down to just $2 a manicure.
Awesome.
Before I got Olive & June, when I would do my nails by myself, it would look like a 5-year-old painted them.
And they would chip right away.
I know.
I know.
I actually haven't ever had my Olive & June nail polish chip.
No, mine either. And I wash a crazy amount of dishes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
The colors are amazing. I
so
really
fun.
love them.
I love the metallics.
Yeah. Oh, the metallics are really nice.
Metallics are really nice.
Getting beautiful salon perfect nails at home is now a dream come true with Olive & June. Your new nail life is here. Visit oliveandjune.com/catfish and use code catfish for 20% off your first mani system. This is an exclusive offer you can only get here. That's Olive & June, oliveandjune.com/catfish, code catfish for 20% off your first mani system. oliveandjune.com/catfish, code catfish. If you guys get it, make sure you post your manicures in the group and we want to know what you think.
You have to, because Tracey and I every week consult with each other on what color we're going to use.
Me too. Noelle, Rico's very stressed out about this, so he's going to smoke a cigarette about it.
He smokes cigarettes a lot in this episode.
He
about a lot
cigarettes,
of things.
like it's his first time smoking a cigarette, though.
Yeah, he really enjoys them, though. Very cute.
So Max says, we're going to Miami.
Benvenido a Miami.
They're meeting him at Catfish Park.
Okay, classic Catfish Park here.
This is where Catfish Park like really started. This is classic Catfish Park. Catfish picnic tables.
Yes, they have it all here.
I feel like in this episode, the suspense was not built up.
No, well, that was what got me. I was like, what's happening here? Like, I want to be thrilled and shocked. And I was not thrilled and shocked.
Why didn't we call LaToya?
Right. Why didn't we call LaToya? It's very weird. Like, there was no buildup.
Why didn't, he didn't grill him at all? I don't know.
I don't know. It was no question whether or not it was him. Really.
Right.
That's what it was.
So now a white car, like a hoopty, pulls up.
A hoopty.
Black tints.
It's like one of my old cars.
Yes. Also mine.
Yes.
Jamari comes out. He's got flowers and they mouth kiss immediately.
Tracey, I've never kissed anybody that fast in my whole life. Like, I almost fainted.
I couldn't believe it.
They kiss on the mouth.
It wasn't even a tap.
No, like they full on mouth kiss, but like without like hardly even saying hello.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And then they hug. And then the bullshit starts.
You know, what makes me mad is when I meet Jamari, I'm like, I like him so much.
And then all of a sudden he says, the reason we're here at this beach.
And I'm thinking, where the hell is the beach?
I don't know if he's ever been to a beach. I know he lives in South Beach, but like this is.
Yeah.
Is because this is the beach that his family went to when things were bad. Now, statements like this right off the bat seem manipulating.
Yes, agreed.
And I'm like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, I don't know. It was also like information you didn't need to share, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
So he said that his name is James. He's 22. He lives with his mom. And then I like how he had to tell him that he was not a model.
Well, I feel like Rico might have still thought it though, because Rico was very shocked that he wasn't.
I know. And he said,
Yeah.
well, because he did see that one picture of him that he took the selfie in his bathroom.
With his sunglasses on. Yes.
Okay. You know what that's like?
What?
Do you remember when you were little and you would put on a pair of sunglasses and your dad would be like, Noelle, you're a movie star. Are you a movie star?
You know what's annoying is like my dad didn't do that.
No one.
That's the crazy part. No, that's more like my mom. My father would be like, well, take them off. You look stupid. Like my mom would be like, oh, baby A, you're a movie star.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, am I a movie star? I'm only 5.
Right. I know. And I must be. If she's saying it, I must be.
The sunglasses are a very big symbolic tool in this episode.
Yes, they are.
They're a status symbol.
A lot of sunglasses in this episode.
Lot of sunglasses. So he reveals that he's not a model. He says he's a bus driver, and he is technically, he says, quote, always on the road.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he wants to show him who he really is.
Right.
And then Rico says another fantastic quote.
What does he say?
You're not a model at all.
But that's what I mean. He truly believes it.
He can't believe, even him sitting in front of him, driving his 1989 Honda Accord that has been joint compounded from accidents.
Yes.
It's like, I don't.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't
I'm looking at you and you have dress shoes on at the beach. I think that you might be a model.
He's an interesting dresser.
Definitely. So he said that he was going through a lot. So that's why he had a.
Okay.
And then he says something amazing too.
What?
James says, quote, everything I told you is sincere and genuine.
Okay. Everything he said is a lie.
There is almost one of these quotes in every episode from the Catfish.
Yes, that is true. Everything I said was the truth. Everything I said was genuine. You're lying.
Okay. So he said he wants to spend the weekend with him, but Rico needs to smoke a cigarette about it.
Yes, he does. He's very stressed out though. He is like big mad.
He's very skeptical. It's almost like he's like, I
feel like he got put off like very quickly. As soon as he heard he wasn't a model, he didn't even care when he was driving, nothing. It was about the model for some reason.
Yes. And he goes, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not driving an S-Class Mercedes.
Right. He's like, oh, no, really? I didn't notice that.
People have to learn how to lie a little bit more believably.
But also, who cares? Is this something people really care about, what people drive? I guess
if you're trying to impress some guy online.
Yeah, I guess. Also, you lied. That's the problem.
Well, Neve Googles him and he finds out he got arrested for stealing 3 buses and drove them on his route. He stole 3 buses and drove them pretending he was a bus driver.
So I'm watching this and I'm thinking, oh, maybe he was like sent home for the day and he was like, I'm still going to go to work and I'm just going to drive. I thought it was some kind of mix up like that.
More on this later.
Yes.
But the other thing that's amazing, there's
a lot of amazing. I know, you're right.
So he explains to Rico that the photo that he took of himself in sunglasses in the bathroom. He's like, I took that photo myself.
Oh, I love this. You're right. Like, this is so funny.
Do you deserve this, Rico? No. Yeah.
Here's the thing. He didn't post one modeling picture online. Like
not
one.
He's not even a fake model. Like how many fake models do we know?
Yeah, of course. Oh, a ton of them. And guess what? We could be fake models if we wanted to.
Right. But
very easily.
I just feel like he really didn't put a lot of work into this.
This was the days before influencers though.
Right. But this is also, this is what this is like. I feel when I was 15 years old, I would tell people I was 25.
Yes.
A lot of people believes me.
Yes.
And I feel like that makes them stupid.
That's the mantra of your life, though. You like to see how stupid you can make people.
Okay. And I feel like James didn't even try and Rico believed him.
That's true. Yeah, you are right about
I don't know.
that.
That's a little bit on you, Rico.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a famous model. And
But
he just
he's
doesn't have a
never been
photo.
like, send me a picture.
Let me see your shoot today.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So now Neve calls James and talks to him
Yeah.
on the phone about his arrest. And he said that he won that case and he will not explain it because it's closed and over. And then they plan to meet up later. Why was this a phone conversation?
Like, why didn't they talk about it in person?
Yes.
Because part of me thinks that Neve is like scared. So he's like, let's approach this criminal on the phone.
Right. And see if he flips out or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. And I just feel like then get security, Neve.
Yeah, I agree.
This was an in-person. I know it's like he didn't know if he was dangerous or not.
Yes, exactly.
So they plan to meet up later and they meet at a diner.
Okay. I don't know. Cause it was like, I felt like they were eating Chinese food. It was very confusing.
Okay. There was also a paper dragon hanging from the ceiling. So I'm like, maybe it was, but then there was also like cases of Bud Light and Budweiser in the corner.
I don't know. There was sriracha on the table too.
Oh, okay,
I don't
so
know. It was confusing. Yeah.
So he shows up.
Tell me. I love this. Uh-huh.
Right. He's wearing jeans.
Uh-huh.
He's wearing a black jacket and a blue open collar leisure suit shirt.
The collar is so large. I can't believe the style of this.
It looked like he was going to court and like trying to dress up for the judge.
Yes, like in his dad's clothes.
Yes. And then he also, like he's going to court, brings a folder of paperwork.
He did. He brought like his briefcase of paperwork.
Yes. So he explains that he grew up in the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
And he says another thing that's gold.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Quote, we weren't awarded luxuries such as public transportation.
Okay. Is that for real?
I mean, maybe he means that the bus route didn't go through his neighborhood.
Right. Because also I know that there's some like super small towns that don't really have public transportation just because they're like 5 blocks long.
Sure. And listen, maybe it's true, but the way he's talking about this, you're
know.
Red flag. There's something
Things
wrong
got
here.
like dark. Yeah.
And he is a savior because on November 21st, very specifically, 2004, at 14 years old, he got a bus route started.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 years later,
Mm-hmm.
someone stole a bus and people remembered him. And
Right.
he fit the profile.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put him in county jail for 2 years by accident.
Right.
And then he became a bus driver.
He learned how to be a bus driver in jail.
Yes. Because he was awarded the bus driver job because obviously everything was sealed and it was a big whoopsie.
Yeah, it just wasn't right. He was wrongfully convicted, basically.
Yes. So he said that this haunted him and he was really afraid of losing Rico. But Rico's really upset.
Yes, which I understand.
So they go to another park another day.
Yes, lots of parks.
They go to South Point Park in South Beach.
Yes.
Right. So they hug, they embrace.
Mm-hmm.
He is now wearing the fancy sunglasses from the selfie in the bathroom on Facebook.
He is.
James says he feels so free.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
And Rico says he can forgive him, but he doesn't forget.
Okay, understandable. And I thought Rico was holding a grudge for a minute too.
Well, he said
Rico, get over it.
I know. Well, he said that he's going to go to the UK for his mom. And he said that maybe James can come if it's good.
Okay, good.
Now they're going to say goodbye. They kiss on the lips and James goes for the makeout, but Rico only goes for a mouth kiss. So it's like an awkward James.
It didn't go well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then he says like, oh my God, that was so magical. Can we do it again? And then they do.
Tracey, they made up for the kissing. They made up for all other kissing.
And as even Max says, a PDA and MIA. Not exactly an ATL like last week.
Yeah, no, nothing like ATL.
All right. So 1 month later, Rico's mom has recovered from her traumatic brain injury in the year 2000.
They're saying that she was put on the right medication.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so he's going to stay in the US to be with James, but they never saw each other again at that point.
I don't understand.
I'm ready.
Okay, we have to talk about this. Tracey, before Tracey and I recorded this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Tracey's like, Noelle, did you get any updates? I'm like, not really. You know, I just watched it. Really didn't dig deep enough. She's like, all right, let's look. And Tracey started looking and she found some crazy stuff that we were LOLing about basically the whole time. And I could not wait to record this episode because you made my brain explode.
Okay. So we have so according to James,
yes,
someone stole a bus
mm-hmm.
3 different times,
mm-hmm.
wore a uniform from
yes.
the bus company, drove the bus,
and
he got nailed for it just because they know he likes buses because he had that bus route done in his neighborhood.
For 2 years, he was in jail for this, county jail.
By accident, because it was a case of mistaken identity.
And while he was in jail, he was able to get his bus license, I guess. Right. His bus job.
Bus credentials.
Yes, his bus credentials.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm all the way ready.
I found an article. Transit freak steals bus, then it gets weird. This is an article from lawiscool.com, but there's a ton of articles on this.
Yes.
Miami-Dade transit commissioners are up in arms after the brazen theft of a city transit bus by 18-year-old James Harris. According to the Miami Herald, there you go, Harris befriended several transit employees, managed to obtain a genuine bus driver's uniform from them. On June 1st, wearing an employee's hat low over his face and a pair of sunglasses. Do you see
I keep picturing this in my head.
Harris was able to bypass security at a transit depot and steal a bus. He dressed in his smart-looking uniform, then spent the next few hours driving the bus down its actual route, picking up passengers along the way. He collected fares, drove the speed limit, and dropped off passengers at their stops. At the end of his shift, Harris returned the undamaged bus to the depot. Police have no indication that he kept any of the fares, nor did any of his passengers complain. The teen was later caught and charged with burglary and grand theft. But the story doesn't end there. It gets weird.
Oh, now it gets weird. Okay.
2 weeks after being released on bail, Harris used the same uniform to steal yet another city bus. The bus was taken from a different depot and then driven some 30 miles to Florida City. After the transit officials realized the bus was missing, they used GPS to track it down. When dispatchers contacted Harris, he pulled over and ran from the bus. Police have been unable to find him since.
Tracey, this is so bizarre.
Okay, now in a remarkable, so that's one. Okay, so that's just one of, that's as of 2008, they couldn't find him.
Okay. It is so weird and bizarre because it's like, he told Rico he was a bus driver.
Okay, so in relation to that, there's an article on abcnews.com.
Right.
And stealing buses and trains be a sickness. Transportation fixation has been linked to Asperger's syndrome.
Oh, okay.
Some boys never grew out of their attraction to moving vehicles as adults. They just transitioned from toys to the real thing. So it was for 18-year-old James Harris, who was arrested on July 22nd in Florida for burglary and grand theft auto of a Miami-Dade transit bus. According to the Miami-Dade Police Department, he dressed up like a bus driver and drove the bus throughout the county. Harris's stepmother, Helen, says she's not aware of any medical condition that may be behind his actions, and she refused to comment further on his arrest when contacted by ABC News.
That is so wild to me.
So this is a little bit more about Asperger's.
Right.
Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Obviously.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
Yes.
This is not a case of mistaken identity. He was caught more than once doing this.
This is like his thing.
Ooh, I just found the case.
Stop it.
All right. James versus Metro Transit Authority of, oh no, that's never mind. That's just
okay.
Okay.
Right. So obviously this can't be mistaken identity. This is multiple times this has happened.
Right. And not only that, he also befriended all these bus drivers to obtain, like, I guess he took a hat from him, a shirt from him, a pants from him, like all of the different things.
Well, why would a bus driver give a kid a pair of pants?
Okay, first of all, you don't know that they're a kid. I mean, he could have been
not a kid, but you say like a 20-year-old guy.
Okay, so an 18-year-old sleeping with a 20-year-old guy.
Sleeping with, okay, I didn't even think about that.
Right,
I actually
maybe.
didn't even think about that. Maybe hooking up with them.
Maybe.
Right.
And is like, oh, let me wear your pants. Or just takes his pants on the way out. Or hanging out with his friend, takes his pants on the way out. Would you ever, okay, so you and I, I'm trying not to brag, but we used to work in Applebee's.
Yes. No way.
If one of our friends came over and shoved one of our work shirts in their bag, we would never notice that. That's such a weird thing to do.
I would never notice it. You're right. I don't know. I guess
I'd be like, I lost my shirt.
Yeah. I didn't think it through because like in my mind, it's like if someone asked me for, like I'm assuming he asked. If someone asked me for a part of my uniform, right? It's like that's just weird, right?
He took a bus more than once.
In my mind, here's what I picture. I picture James riding the bus, befriending the bus driver, because there are so many people on the buses that do this. I take the bus every day of my life, and they befriend the bus drivers, and then him starting to ask like, "Hey, do you think I could get a hat?
Maybe.
Like, hey, do you think I could get a shirt?" So in my mind, it's like, bus driver, why are you giving this guy your pants? You know, that's
well, there's a lot of answers to that.
Yes, this is so interesting. This went from the most boring episode, not the most boring, but a boring episode, to what's happening.
So we also found Rico's Instagram.
Oh yeah. We did. So we found Rico, and Rico also, he was looking into being an actor and a director.
Right. They're not together anymore, but they were together, right?
They were together, but then on the reunion, they joined via Skype, and they said they weren't together, but they were like friends. They were friendly. There was no bad blood between them. They didn't clarify.
Okay. So we don't know if they ever saw each other.
We don't know if we saw them. Yeah. We don't know if they saw each other again, but apparently there was like no bad blood in between them. And Rico basically builds everything he has on Catfish, because he has like the episodes in his bio and like his background picture on Twitter, which he's really not active on Twitter anymore, is like a picture of him and Neve and Max. So, I think that a lot of people, when they're on the show, this is kind of like their claim to fame. You and I were talking about that. So I find that really interesting, because it's like, I forgot this episode, and there's people think that this is like 10 years later, still going to get them somewhere,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that also shows like this, they do casting.
Yeah.
And when you're like an aspiring actress or whatever it is, you're in these casting groups.
Oh.
So like, I always send you casting things for like.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Right. Because I'm in casting groups.
Oh, okay. Well, that actually makes sense.
Or like other comics will be like, oh, my friend's casting for this, or, whatever it is.
Right.
So that's why I think a lot of people like this do that to, they're just trying to figure out any way to get like followers or any clout.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not in anything like that.
Sorry.
No, I'm just not in anything like that. So like, I wouldn't know.
Also, we found Rico's Instagram. He posted just a few months ago, every picture, very risque.
It's very risque. Tracey blushed all the way.
I was like,
when
oh my God.
Saw. She's like, Noelle, look at this. And I'm like, okay.
No, you know what it is? It's not that it's crazy.
It caught you off guard.
It's a lot for just like,
everyday Instagram.
Right.
Yes. Right. Because his Twitter, he hasn't, like I said, he hasn't posted a long time. And like everything he posted was to a dead Facebook page. So it was like really nothing. So like I wasn't expecting anything risque until you found his Instagram.
Yeah. So we did that. I don't really have a lot more to say, but I feel like you guys should.
Exciting.
Go over to the Catfish Facebook group. If you know anything else, talk to us. Tell us about what you know.
Tell us about what you know, because sometimes people hit us with like the most random info. Like, I saw this person works at Costco.
Yes. Yeah. So make sure you do that. Go over to our Catfish Trash Talk Facebook group, and make sure you join the Patreon at patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. You could follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter. That's TRIXIETUZZI. And I am also on Cameo if you guys need a bar mitzvah gift, a bat mitzvah gift, a funeral gift, or a divorce gift. I specialize in that.
She specializes in divorce gifts.
I do. Noelle, you can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram and Twitter. And we also have Catfish Trash Talk stickers for sale for $4. You can Venmo me at Tracey-Carnazzo. My Venmo is in my Instagram, and it is a really cool sticker of the logo.
Oh my God, it really is though. Our stickers are the coolest.
I'm going to tell you something about our stickers. I don't know if you know this.
What?
they're dishwasher safe.
No way. I did not know that.
Yeah. So I put them on my tumbler cups, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
And I put them right through the dishwasher.
And they never
come off. No. I have a Yeti
that's
with all of our
super cool.
Yeah. Just saying.
Oh, I never even thought about that. Cool.
Yeah. So these aren't like little flimsy paper stickers.
So do you think when I put my laptop in the dishwasher, they'll stay on?
They might. And I think your laptop will really thank you for it.
Yeah. I just need to clean my cookies.
No, wow. That was a good joke.
Thanks. I'm very funny sometimes.
Oh my God. I think that we got to go.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.